Okay, so they got this position where white has a monster attack and black has an extra pawn. But white's attack is obviously crushing. And I suggested to Yovi that black could play f6 here, but I can't suggest it because it's f6. And she said, okay, I'm going to suggest black plays f6. She did it for me because I'm not allowed to do that. But I told her to do it. And then every move loses for black, but luckily Muzychuk chose f6. And then I said, bishop takes h7 check is the most fun move, but, you know, it probably doesn't work. And then Yovi said, I like bishop takes h7 check. That's my kind of move. And then the engine said, yeah, you guys are right. Bishop takes h7 check. And Zhongyi played bishop takes h7 check. Takes, queen f5 check. So black has three legal moves. King g8 obviously gets checkmated. King h6 is bad because there's more than one reason, but we can do a rook lift, and if you play king g7, then we play knight c6 attacking the queen, and more importantly, we unleash the latent potential of the bishop, which is now actualized potential. So queen takes g5 is coming. And queen takes g5 is even better than knight takes queen. God damn. Okay, so after queen f5 check, black has to play king h8. Okay, then knight c6, unleashing the bishop, attacking the queen. Queen goes to e8. And now white played the best move, queen takes g5. And it doesn't matter what black does, black is losing. We're threatening queen g7 mate, so the most obvious move is rook g8, and that's what she played. And now Zhongyi made a big mistake. And I actually suggested this move, and the engine said, no, that's not right. And then she played it. And this was her only mistake of the game. So I think Zhongyi played a perfect game, except for this move. And it didn't cost her, but it could have. The winning move is bishop takes f6 check. And it says white is +5. She played rook takes f6, which looks really dangerous. And the idea is, if you take my queen, I go double check, and then I take on e8, and white's down a piece, but white's threatening this bishop, and the bishop this way, and white has these passed pawns. So the engine says white is +6. And when she played rook takes f6, I'm sure she calculated that, thought it was winning, and she was right. And black played the best move, although there's actually a second move that draws. She played bishop takes f6. What both players probably missed was d4 blocking the bishop, which also draws. Okay, and this position is a draw, but black only has one move that does it, and nobody's finding it. So I don't want to say white threw away the win, because if two supercomputer engines are playing, then white threw away the win. But if two humans are playing and black is in time trouble, black's going to lose. Because black only has one move that draws here, and it's far from obvious. Black has a lot of moves that look okay, try to defend, but the move she played looks okay. I like the move she played, it just loses immediately. But it seems like a good defensive move. Thanks, Core Fault, for subscribing. Yeah, the only drawing move is bishop takes e6. That's the only move. And then the engine says knight takes rook, queen takes, queen g7 check, queen f7 is the only move, rook takes e6, takes, draw. Material's completely equal, black's not getting mated anymore. So if two engines were playing, that's what would have happened. Okay, instead of bishop takes e6, black played a move that looks good, rook e4. It prevents the rook from going to e6, defending the pawn. It trades rooks, so it's good for stopping the attack. And unfortunately, that loses. And I think Tan Zhongyi was expecting that because now she played quickly. She took the rook. That's one of the winning moves. Knight takes. And now white has more than one move, but she played the cutest move. Queen f5 check is also winning, but she played knight takes g8. That's cuter. And the idea is, if you take my queen, I take with check and take the queen, and black is down a piece. So white wins. So after knight takes rook, she took, and in this position, white only has one move that wins. But it incredibly wins. But if you don't play it, you don't win. Truth hurts. So this is good for you guys. It's the only move that wins, and you guys can find it. Bonarici not only found it, he didn't typo. Queen f7 check. And if you trade queens, you can't stop my pawn from promoting. And if you play king takes h6, I take your queen. So that's it. So here Muzychuk resigned. So it looked like white played a virtually perfect game, and it turns out her only mistake was playing rook takes f6, and in this position, bishop takes e6 is a draw. Knight takes e6 loses, which is funny, because you think, like, what's the difference? Knight takes e6 loses because I take here. Now, in the position where this was a draw, the black bishop was on e6, so black played queen f7. Bishop's then on e6, so he ain't playing queen f7, so now white's winning. If you take here, bishop c1 check wins. We still have a big attack, and after king g6, we simply play rook f1 to attack on f6, and black is up a piece, but the king is no good. White's winning. One of the funny variations is queen g7, we just pick off the rook. So we can't even defend f6 this way. The truth hurts. So that's funny. Knight takes e6 loses, but bishop takes e6 draws because we can interpose with our queen soon. Tough game.